So I see this guy on my feed every once in a while whenever I'm scrolling on Instagram, and every time I watch one of his videos, I don't know why, but it gives me this really weird kind of feeling. His explanations are like super ambiguous, and it almost feels like he's trying to drive a reaction out of a specific group of people while also trying to seem like he's being a middleman at the same time and not really pushing any narratives. And I mostly kind of just wanted to make this video to express my opinions and kind of why I have a bit of a problem with the way that he says stuff. So yeah, let's start.
Guys, the same exact people who were behind the COVID vaccine are now rushing out a brand new one for Ebola, and they want it in people within months.
See what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm not crazy. Does that not sound like really weird? I don't know. The same people who made the COVID vaccine want this vaccine inside of people ASAP. Like, it makes it sound like, I don't know, it just makes it sound way worse than it possibly is. And you can see, like, even people in the comments, I'm not falling for this a second time. Hantavirus backup plan. Bill Gates and ticks. I don't know why the fuck he's there. It's just the same fucking thing. I read numerous scientific studies daily. The info is out there. They just hide it from you. It also sheds to other non-vaccinated people causing the same issue. Wait, okay, whoa. Okay, wait. It spreads, it sheds. It doesn't spread, it sheds to other non-vaccinated people. Okay, I feel like people don't know how the fuck an mRNA vaccine works in the first place. And that's kind of the biggest issue. These people just hate it because it's different than a standard vaccine. I'll take my chances with Ebola. Okay, I think people need to really understand how an mRNA vaccine works. So in your body, DNA unwinds and RNA comes in as an adjustable frame and attaches onto the DNA, which is typically called the template, so that it can copy down genetic information so that it can then relay that information to a ribosome and create a protein based off the information that it's read from the mRNA. In a mRNA vaccine, the way that it works is they take a synthesized, so it already has a code. They take a synthesized mRNA strand and they inject it into a person, and it never comes in contact with DNA. But what happens is that mRNA strand, it comes in contact with a ribosome so that the ribosome can make a protein, which is known as the spike protein, because it's a piece that is basically a mimic of the coronavirus. Way safer than just injecting yourself with a dead virus, and way better. And all it does is just make it so that your antibodies can recognize it, kill it, and then keep that memory of what it looks like for the rest of your body. So if you ever get COVID, it knows exactly what to look for. It never comes in contact with DNA. It never does anything crazy. That's all it does. But people, for some reason, fucking think that it's gonna attach into you and it's gonna adjust all of your DNA and you're gonna be all fucked up or something. I don't know. It is really weird. Anyway. Let's continue with the video.
The World Health Organization just admitted themselves that Ebola is now spreading faster than they're able to contain it.
Yeah, you know why? It's because fucking none of the people trust the doctors now because of all this fucking misinformation being spread everywhere.
And since there's still no vaccine for this strain specifically, a team of scientists are now trying to use the same exact tech that they used during COVID to make a vaccine for Ebola. It is
Why the fuck? Why was the bass boom like necessary? Like, what the fuck, dude?
still spreading every single day with over 1,200 cases. Uganda has now closed their border, and Kenya just activated their own response plan in a desperate attempt to get ahead of it before it's worse.
Reported cases of Ebola now surging above 1,000 in Central Africa. A team of U.S. health officials now racing to Kenya to set up a treatment facility for Americans exposed to the virus.
The world
Like, dude, fuck off with that stupid ass sound. It's so fucking stupid. Like, literally, these people, I'm not falling for it a second time. You're just gonna be one of the motherfuckers that spread Ebola. Like, that's all you are. You're just a ship for it to transmit to and then go to other people and possibly even fucking kill you, because this virus is considerably dangerous. Dude, this shit pisses me off. Like, these people think that they're being fucking smart and not falling for shit, but they're literally like, they're single-handedly going to make this possibly become a pandemic because they're being fucking idiots about it.
Health Organization also just actually raised the risk level to very high, which is the highest risk category that they even have.
I believe, okay, wait, actually, let's fact check this really quick. Oh, look at that. Extremely low. That's because the risk is for Africa itself, and the fact that it may become like a international outbreak is still very low. Yeah, and there you go. Ebola is not an airborne virus. Again, it makes it harder to spread. Oh shit, what did I just click on? Exactly. Like this guy's videos, it's made in a way to make things sound more scary than they actually are. And it pisses me off because he also does it in a way that makes it sound like, because he like uses quotations for stuff, or he like says things in a way that makes it kind of sound like he's not trying to act as like a conspiracy theorist, but he also says it in a fucking way where conspiracy theorists can just take it and fucking run with it. It's so dumb.
We're having trouble keeping it contained right now because it's spreading through a part of Congo that is basically in a war zone. The
Yeah, they don't fucking trust their doctors.
people there don't trust the doctors.
There he goes.
And health workers and clinics are literally getting attacked almost every single day. So
Like why? I don't understand. It's just crazy to me. It's gonna be, oh my god, it's so fucking stupid.
that's insane. The real question is, would you guys get the vaccine?
Would you guys get the vaccine based off this minimal information that I gave you, and just kind of made it super ambiguous so that if you already hated COVID, you're really gonna hate this one because it's the same people trying to make the same vaccine. Oh, be scared. Like, fuck.
Does everybody know about the entire "they're spraying chemicals in the sky" thing? Because it just became an actual law in multiple different states.
Okay, this is another one that pisses me off. Because it's not like cloud seeding has ever been like a fucking hidden thing. They've been open about it for fucking ever since they started fucking doing it, pretty much. Typically, when people think of cloud seeding, they think that this is cloud seeding. Chemtrails. However, this is not how they work. This may be a little more realistic, but you know why? Because he's heading into a cloud. When you have not gonna call them chemtrails. When you have cloud seeding, notice how it's cloud seeding. They're seeding clouds. They can't make a cloud. They have to take an already existing cloud and then dump a couple of chemicals in it, which chemicals is such a fucked word as well now, to act as a catalyst for rain to fall at a sooner rate. That is what it does. And when people look at the sky and they see contrails, they think that this is the same fucking thing, even though cloud seeding can't create clouds. Cloud seeding needs already pre-existing clouds. This is a contrail due to water vapor. If you just look at the images, this is cloud seeding. Contrails, cloud seeding. Contrails, cloud seeding. Because people don't know what the fucking difference is. So they just say like contrails are cloud seeding. Like they'll say that this is cloud seeding. They're like, oh man, they're trying to fucking kill us. There's no fucking clouds there. There's no clouds there to begin with. This is contrails. This is cloud seeding. Putting stuff into clouds that was not there before so that it may rain. Know the difference. They don't create clouds. They need clouds.
So in Florida, every single airport now has to report any plane secretly rigged to spray chemicals, and if they're caught doing it, it is now a $100,000 fine and 5 years in jail.
Yeah, but they're doing this because they're giving in to, it literally says it right here. The motivations for the ban sparked public debate as some scientists and critics point out that the legislation coincides with their widespread internet conspiracy theories about chemtrails. Prior to the ban, fuck out of my face. No active cloud seeding permits had been issued in the state for decades. Like, they already weren't even fucking doing it, and they're just banning it because it's become such a mainstream thing that people care about now. It's for popularity. That's why they're banning it. They're not banning it because it's a major issue.
Multiple states have already banned this, 30 more are trying to do it right now, and there's even a push to make this a federal felony.
Law that bans people from trying to modify the weather in Florida.
This whole
But again, this is because people are fucking scared. Like, they just think that this shit's gonna cause major issues when that's not the point of it. So now they have to hold this off. Like, this is the thing that's fucking stupid. People don't believe in global warming, and so they keep doing shit that makes global warming worse. And so science tried to come up with a way to hopefully combat global warming. In doing so, now they have to stop what they're trying to do to stop global warming because these people again are fucking thinking that they're getting poisoned from the sky when that's not at all what happens.
thing blew up and became a thing after the Texas floods because everybody was blaming a cloud seeding company for causing them, even though there's zero proof.
Yeah, exactly. There's zero proof. But this is what I mean. Like, this guy's videos are sometimes good, they're sometimes not. Like, it's a fucking ambiguous thing. I hate it. I hate it so much.
And now people are convinced that the government's been steering hurricanes this entire time. While
Yeah, that's just not true. Like, at all.
most states are trying to ban this right now, Utah is running one of the biggest cloud seeding programs on the entire planet, and they've got 190 machines shooting chemicals into storms to make it snow. And it's totally legal. Then a government report just confessed that nobody's actually tracking who's been modifying the weather, and over half of the reports
What? That was not what that said.
that they do get are apparently wrong.
They just said that fucking controlling the weather is not as possible because it's a really hard thing to do. It's a system that kind of works, but it's unreliable at yielding exactly what they want. That doesn't mean it's dangerous. It just means that sometimes it makes places rain, sometimes it doesn't. It's not always 100% possible thing whenever you cloud seed.
Different reports have already admitted to messing with the sunlight, and then there's
Because of global warming. Oh my god.
1,000 more projects on record right now that they're saying they barely know anything about.
Yeah. Because they're trying to find out more.
So what's going on?
Holy fuck, dude. Shut the fuck up. God damn, another win for the conspiracy theorists, but another loss for the world. No, the fuck it's not. Don't be a fucking idiot. It's not a win for conspiracy theorists. You just have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Hey, calm down. Oh, shit. They still spray Florida and TN. They don't care. It's global. You're just a fucking moron. I guarantee you. It's a contrail and you don't know what you're looking at. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Healing cave lady. You. That's a good name. You just don't know. You don't know. I guarantee it. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It never was. Completely different topics. When it's openly admitted and scientifically, there's a conspiracy theory with no evidence whose purpose is completely unverified. Yes. The typical conspiracy theorists would hear a tiny bit of truth and think it's confirming their belief. Yeah, literally, like this fucking guy. Another win for the conspiracy theory. Like, no, you're just a fucking moron that doesn't understand how this works. And this guy is not doing a good job at explaining it, so it makes people fucking freak out thinking that... Okay. Next video.
Scientists just let an AI model design an entire vaccine from scratch, and its entire goal is built to protect you against viruses that have not even infected humans yet. Normally, a vaccine can obviously only protect you from one virus at a time, but these scientists fed an AI model the genetic code of a whole family of coronaviruses. And then they basically just told it to find the one thing that they all have in common. They're saying that the AI came back with one single ingredient that trains your body to fight the entire family all at once. And this is now officially the first time in ever recorded history that the medicine inside of a vaccine was designed by a computer, not a human. Okay.
So, like, literally what he just explained was for AI to find the similarities between a couple of viruses. That's not like the AI was just in a lab itself injecting people or something with this vaccine. I don't know, like, this doesn't sound that fucking weird. It's just a fast way to process information. What?
Scientists at Cambridge University have used artificial intelligence to entirely develop a vaccine which they say could protect against a huge range of viruses and prevent pandemics.
You cannot determine whether a vaccine has negative side effects until 10 to 20 years later to see its full side effects after a human has replaced all the cells in their body, which takes 7 years in average. Yeah, but this isn't the same for mRNA vaccines, and the reason why is because it's the same technology, and we've been using this technology for over 20 years, so essentially, it's the same fucking thing over and over again. And on top of that, the reason why a lot of the time it takes so fucking long is because for standard vaccines, in order for them to work, or to know if they work, you need these people to get infected, you need a certain amount of people to actually join in your study, which makes it a lot harder to actually do stuff, as well as you also need the funding for it, which typically there isn't a major amount of funding. That's why the COVID vaccine was so easy to produce, because they were able to get a shit ton of funding behind it and then use that to create an mRNA vaccine, which had already been previously tested for the last 20 years just to create the same thing for a different virus.
Trial, it didn't just work on COVID. They're saying that it also worked on bat viruses that haven't even infected a single human yet. So they're literally saying that this thing could protect you from a pandemic that hasn't happened. Hello?
Yeah. It's like, what is it? Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, that's kind of how genetics works. If everything has something in similar, then you can find the common factor and then use that as a like identifier for your antibodies to automatically know that something is not supposed to be in your body if it has that same genetic code.
They're saying that if we're able to get the vaccine ready before the next outbreak, we could completely skip lockdowns entirely. They are already pointing this exact AI model at Ebola and the flu, and they're scaling up the trial to over 200 people next. The question really is, would you take it?
Would you take it? Because I didn't give you shit all information. So the main difference between this virus and the mRNA one is this one is actually DNA based, which sounds a lot scarier, but it's not. So essentially the way that this vaccine works is very similar to the mRNA one, where it injects like a genetic code into your body so that it can be read and then produce a protein that can then be found by antibodies and then destroyed and then what the fuck, and then be used to remember that specific genetic code so that anytime it encounters it again, it can just kill it. Same thing, but a bit more stable because it uses DNA instead of RNA, making it a lot easier to transport and send to poorer countries. If I'll take my chances, if I get up, I'm okay with it. Like, God, dude. Whatever. I think I'm done with this shit. I can't deal with it anymore. But yeah, that's this guy's videos. Again, they're okay, but they're ambiguous, and it leaves a lot of open space, and it's not very well explained, and it just kind of almost feels like a bubble that conspiracies can just like latch onto and just blow up from there. But yeah, I guess that's it.